When looking at some of the biggest movies that we're going to get in 2026, man, one of the biggest ones that comes to my mind is going to be the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, I'm not going to lie, man, being a guy who grew up on the Galaxy games and is a huge Galaxy 2 fan, this movie is going to be a dream come true. And today, we're going to talk about all the big things that could happen in the Galaxy movie, man. It's going to be a really big step up from the first movie that was kind of grounded, kind of simple and to the point. But let's get into it. First of all, we got the characters confirmed, Rosalina and Bowser Jr. and Yoshi. So, that's going to be really interesting. Obviously, we expected a villain to come in the mix as well as Bowser Jr., Rosalina. It's going to be really interesting to see because I don't think the movie is going to be that long. So I would love actually to see how they're going to adapt all these characters. Also, we have rumored characters, which are Wario and Waluigi. Now, I don't know how true that is. One of the early rumors was like, oh, Wario's going to be in the mix because it's going to be a like disgruntled Mario person that he used to work with and stuff like that. Now, I don't think they're going to throw in Yoshi, Rosalina, Bowser Jr., Wario, and Waluigi all in one movie. That is going to be a lot. But we do know that Donkey Kong is not going to be in the movie. I don't think Donkey Kong is going to be in the movie. If he is, they're going to mention it very briefly and say, hey, he's doing his own thing, which is going to be the spin-off movie that's also, rumored to be in production. That's going to probably get Diddy, Dixie, Funky, Cranky, King K. Rool, the Kremlings, all the good stuff over there. So we got kind of the characters established. Rosalina, Yoshi, Bowser Jr. Now, what I think is going to happen is very simple. Some of the rumors have said, hey, the Koopalings are going to be in the movie because what Bowser Jr. is going to do is that in every part of the galaxy, there's going to be a Koopaling kind of like ruling that universe, and they're supposed to guard it and not let anyone take over their empire and stuff like that. What I do think is going to happen is that we're going to get the backstory of Bowser Jr., how he is, who's the mother, stuff like that. He is going to go then track his dad down and try to free him. He's going to try to free him from the Mushroom Kingdom. And that's where we're going to get that scene that we saw, the trailer. Oh, the fighting back and forth, similar stuff like that, which I think is going to be a really good scene. A little Smash Bros type with, the fighting poses and things like that. So I think Bowser will get free. I think Bowser Jr. will free Bowser. And what's going to happen is that then we're going to get the Koopalings, how they're ruling all over all the galaxies. And as we see a lot of the galaxies in Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2, Gusty Garden, all that stuff, things like that. So I do think each Koopaling is going to rule each galaxy. And what Mario's job is to do is that Rosalina is going to come and be like, hey, my galaxies are under attack. I need someone to help me. So Rosalina's going to go to the Mushroom Kingdom. I need help. That's kind of the beginning Star Festival scene that we see at the very beginning of the movie. So I do think that's what's going to happen. Rosalina's going to come. Mario, I need help. Mario and Luigi are going to start pairing up this time because I do know that in the first movie, one of the big criticisms was that, hey, we didn't see Luigi a lot. Mario, Luigi, the Super Mario Bros, things like that. We didn't really see that a lot. So what I do think is going to happen is that Princess Peach is going to take a back role, and what they're going to do is that Mario and Luigi are going to go on all these adventures. We see the posters, Super Mario Odyssey, like Super Mario Sunshine, with the different aspects and stuff like that. It's going to be really interesting to see. So I think Koopalings are going to rule, and I think Mario and Luigi's job is going to be to take over all the universes and stop the Koopalings. So they're gonna go one by one, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and then eventually they're gonna get the final battle, which is gonna be Bowser Jr. and Bowser versus Mario. I think it would be really cool to see if we see the different galaxies, like the Honey Queen and all these different things that are part of Galaxy. Because I did see a rumor on Twitter saying that, hey, if you're a Galaxy fan, you're gonna be very happy with the Galaxy movie and how they have the different Easter eggs and things like that. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. I think it's gonna be Mario, Luigi, and Rosalina, and I think Peach and Toad, like we saw in the trailer, are going to do their own things. I think we're going to get two separate sides to the whole adventure. Maybe Peach gets captured like in the games, like in the Mario games and things like that. Now, going back to Wario and Waluigi, I really don't know if this rumor is true, because how can they combine Wario and Waluigi on top of Bowser Jr. on top of Mario? The only thing I can really think of is that if Wario and Waluigi maybe are on Bowser's side, similar to like what we saw in the Sonic 2 movie, where, for example, Knuckles is inherently a good guy, but he was working with Eggman at the beginning to get his motive, and eventually he turned. That's the only way I can possibly see Wario and Waluigi happening, that they team up with Bowser Jr. and then switch sides and they all come together and et cetera, et cetera. And then with Yoshi, I know we did not get a voice actor announced for Yoshi. I don't think we're gonna get a voice actor. I think we'll get the Yoshi's like, Yoshi! And those noises and stuff like that. I think that'll be really good. I don't think they need a voice actor for Yoshi. Plus, it'd be kind of weird to see Yoshi talk. So what I think is gonna happen with Yoshi is that I think Mario is going to go to a galaxy and see Yoshi's egg and be like, what's this? Jump on it. And then Yoshi's gonna pop out. Pretty cool if they do that. I think that's what they're gonna end up doing. But yeah, I think there's so much potential in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, man. I'm honestly really surprised because, look, I expected it to be Super Mario movie, and then it was rumored that it was gonna be maybe Sunshine. Like, I didn't know there were gonna, or Super Mario 2, just like another adventure that they do. I really didn't expect it to go completely to Galaxy. People thought that Galaxy was gonna be like the trilogy, the third one. Like, hey, they do number 1, number 2, and then it builds up to like this big Galaxy coming together movie. Because think about it, what are they gonna do after Galaxy? Now, yes, they're taking parts of like, oh, you know, Sunshine, 64, Odyssey, Galaxy, you know, all the parts of the movies on the games that they're gonna adapt into one movie. But thinking about the third one, thinking about way into the future now, like I would love, honestly, if we get like a grounded movie in the sense of like we see Mario jump into different posters similar to 64, which would be so freaking cool. But I don't think they're gonna do that because, again, how can you go from Galaxy back down to like a grounded jumping in posters movie? That would be really freaking sick, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So to put everything together, Rosalina, Yoshi, Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr.'s main goal at the beginning of the movie is going to free Bowser. I think that's what's gonna be the main scene, is gonna be him freeing Bowser. Bowser's gonna escape, and then they're gonna vanish into like a, you know, into the ship or Bowser Jr.'s, you know, clown cart, stuff like that. I think that is what's gonna happen. So then I think Rosalina is gonna come after the Koopalings get, you know, dispersed out there, saying, hey, I need help, like my galaxies are being kidnapped, similar to like, you know, it's actually funny enough, like, you know, like in Captain Marvel that we saw in the Avengers, that, you know, Brie Larson's voicing Rosalina, which is ironic that Captain Marvel, the reason why she couldn't help the Avengers is because she had to take care of all the galaxies across the world. I think that's going to be Rosalina's job. Her job is going to be taking care of all the other life forms and the habitats on the other galaxies. So she maybe wasn't there earlier, and that's going to be her backstory. So then she's going to come to the Mushroom Kingdom being, hey, I need help, I'm being taken over by the Koopalings and stuff like that. Mario, Luigi, Rosalina on one side, Peach and Toad on the other side, taking care of their side, and Rosalina and Luigi are going to go to, and Mario are going to go to the different islands. We're going to see the Odyssey Island, we're going to see, we're going to see Gusty Garden, we're going to see all the great galaxies, 100% that they're going to do a bunch of Easter eggs referencing the Galaxy games. The Galaxy 2 is my favorite game of all time, but the Super Mario Galaxy games are some of the most iconic games of all time, just from a pure soundtrack, 3D model, movement, whatever you want to say. So I do think that's what's going to happen. Eventually, I think the battle is going to be between Bowser Jr. and Bowser versus Mario and Luigi, and maybe Rosalina and Toad and Princess Peach get captured, and it's like a big, Mario versus Luigi battle and things like that. I'm not high on the Wario cameo. I don't think that's going to happen, and Waluigi especially, and I'm looking at here Daisy and Toadette. I don't think those are going to happen at all. I do think that might be a teaser for the third movie. Maybe they get unleashed, in the post-credit scene, because look, in the post-credit scene of, it's actually crazy, the post-credit scene of Sonic, all the Sonic movies, as well as the Mario movie, is that it always teases a new character. Sonic 1 teased Tails, Sonic 2 teased Shadow, Sonic 3 teased Metal Sonic and Amy, and with the first Mario movie, it teased Yoshi. So I do think a teaser of Wario and Waluigi may show up. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, what do you guys think is going to happen in the Mario movie? I do think it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very cool to see. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think Wario is going to be the main villain? Do you think Bowser Jr. is going to have a bigger role? What do you think Rosalina is going to do? What do you think Peach is going to do? But if you guys can, man, hit that like button, hit that sub button. New movie videos every single day. FNAF, Mario, Sonic, whatever you guys think we can do, let me know in the comments. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, man. See you there.